this edition of FAFO, titled Shit Hasn't Changed Even Though I Voted for Him 3 times. Meet Janique Jones from Pennsylvania. She's a 3-time Trump voter, and let's hear what she has to say. And for a little bit of context, she's a credit specialist that has a lot of clients. And this is what some of her clients are saying.
My husband lost all of his overtime. My kids' daycare went up. Can't afford the cost of food. Using credit cards for everyday expenses. No money left after their bills are paid. Pretty much just a whole bunch of financial mess.
We changed presidents at the beginning of the year.
We did.
And the guy who moved into the White House said that he was going to fix it. Several times he said it would be easy.
Absolutely.
Has he fixed it?
Absolutely not. I'm definitely waiting for him to fix it.
She's a 3-time Trump voter, but she says he has simply failed to keep his promise to lower the cost of living.
I'm very let down by that. Very, very let down because I feel like it's only gotten worse.
Today is Thanksgiving, and you have a lot of families today who are really struggling with the cost of living. You've also have a lot of people who have decided to alter the course of what their days look like in terms of canceling Thanksgiving or even downsizing because of the cost of things like groceries and just everyday cost of living. And I do have to tell everybody in this video, happy Thanksgiving. And by all means, I am not saying any kind of hate her way. That's not the goal for this video. I'm not, saying whatever. But the fact that she's a credit specialist and she has clients who are drowning in credit card debt because of this economy, they're paying bills with their credit card. They're paying their rent, their utilities, they're using gas, whatever their goal is, they are using credit cards to pay for those different things in their lifestyle. It sucks to see, guys, but this is the reality that so many Americans are facing right now as we speak. And even as we talk about healthcare costs with the big, beautiful bill and all the huge, massive cuts that were made to this bill, and now it is causing insurance prices to skyrocket in so many facets of people's everyday lives.
Well, it is that time in my life where everything starts to go downhill. If you guys didn't know, I have a lot of health problems. I wouldn't say problems, I have a lot of health precautions. And I turned 26 years old in approximately 2 months, which means that I legally have to get off of my parents' health insurance and go on to my own. I don't know why, but those are the rules. I had to drive all the way home from Florida yesterday back to Georgia so that I can go to pretty much every single appointment we can think of that I can get right now. So today I have 2 of my all-time favorites, sarcasm. The dentist is where we're starting, and then I have to drive straight to the MS doctor, the MS Research Clinic of Atlanta, multiple sclerosis, which is my health concern problem. I have a medication I have to take every single day for the rest of my life that is $8,900 a month if I don't have health insurance. Now, I'm going to make a separate video on that because it usually interests people with me going to the MS doctor and seeing how much my brain has eaten itself. For starters, let's go see what the dentist wants to get me for the last time. They're probably going to tell me I have all these problems. My teeth don't hurt at all going into it. And then they'll be like, oh, no, you got this. And then I go in and it hurts when I leave. It makes no sense. But they get a lot of money after, so I guess it does make sense. No cavities, but I got like 30 minutes of sensory nightmare and a little bit of pain thrown in. But hey, I don't have to come back and get a cavity filled, so we're good there. The next appointment is like arguably my least favorite day of the entire year times a million. I'm about to go get stuck like a lab patient, and they're just going to take all of my bodily fluids, so that'll be fine.
So Trump supporters, if you're not worried now about the economy, now is the time to be worried. Nebraska, Tyson Foods. They're the largest meat producer in the country. They're closing their Nebraska beef processing plant because of Trump economics. Cattle costs have risen $2 billion because of Trump's tariffs, and it has resulted in a net loss of $425 million in 2025 to date for Tyson Foods.
That is absolutely correct. And when we see a lot of mass layoffs, a lot of these factories shut down, and we see a lot of these, and I make plenty of videos about it and I cover it all the time. But that is a huge indicator for things to come within a lot of these rural cities. And I make jokes and I say, oh, rural America is finding out about their vote and FAFO, haha, whatever the case is. But guys, this is the reality that so many Americans are about to face within the next couple months, even a couple years, because you take down a massive factory like Tyson Foods, and you take down massive factories like some of these other plants within these rural mega cities, not even just mega cities, just regular rural cities as a whole. You take those away, and guess what? You're left with nothing, and that effect is going to spread across the entire community. You're going to have more stores being shut down because there's less money circulating. There's more demand for jobs. So you're going to see people flooding applications. More roles are going to be full. People are going to start leaving cities. All these different things affect the entire city. It's not just the company that people think, oh, their company is greedy and they're trying to whatever. It's not that. You have to look at it from a macro scale, and it's going to be devastating to the entire community. And shout out to the creator. Her name is Real Progressive 11. I'm gonna link her video in the description below, guys, as well. But let's finish the rest of this. Let's check this out.
So they're closing their meat packing plant, and 3,200 employees in this small town with only 11,000 residents are losing their jobs. 3,200 employees, and I can guarantee a vast majority voted for this. And it doesn't end there. Tyson is taking their 3-shift slaughter operation in Texas down to 1 shift. So a lot more people at their Texas facility are going to be let go. When you talk about big industries now being affected, not the small guy, but those at the top of the food chain being impacted and closing down, we are in a world of economic hurt. And this is just the beginning, because this Trump administration is not focused on fixing the problem. They keep creating more. And I got to tell you, just this Tyson food location in Nevada, there are so many suppliers, so many vendors, contractors every single day that did work for this Tyson facility, whether inside the building or outside the building. These are big contracts that these local businesses are now going to lose. So they're going to be affected as well.
That is absolutely correct. And guys, when we talk about how this is going to affect people, especially in terms of connecting it to the first video, yeah, that's what causes a lot of people to rack up credit card debt. When you have the job market at the state of what it is, people are getting laid off left and right. You know, people are losing their livelihoods left and right. Yeah, so you're going to have people getting crushed and drowning in credit card debt. That is just how this economy works. Like, it sucks to see that we're even here right now in this position in the first place. And it even sucks to see that, you know, the lady in the first video even voted for him 3 times. I'm not faulting her for that, but it also shows how, you know, the economy has shifted from the first term, because I guess the first term was actually great for her. So, which caused her to vote for him once again, and then also once again from there. So I guess we got to wait and see how this all unfolds. And maybe tariffs is a great thing, right? Maybe the big beautiful bill ends up turning out to be a great thing, right? Like maybe all of these decisions and all these trade deals that we're messing up the farmers for, maybe that turns around into a positive somehow. I don't know. I mean, I know we've wasted a lot of money in terms of, you know, tariff costs, and they're even talking about giving out $2,000 tariff checks, rebate checks, whatever, dividend checks back to the American citizens. So I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to see that money. But the fact that we even raised this much amount of money, don't get me wrong, it is a fundraiser. Don't get me wrong, right? American citizens are paying this tax by all means. But maybe it turns around into like a good thing. But also, I'm just giving a benefit of the doubt. I could be completely wrong. I personally don't support it, but I mean, we're in this situation right now. And I'm trying to keep a positive outlook on this whole thing because I don't agree with it whatsoever. But, you know, we're here now. I mean, the best we can do right now is, you know, come around and vote in the next election and, you know, pray for the best. But guys, let me know what you think about this. Hit the like button, subscribe button. I'll see you next video. We out. Let's go.